some tips for ladies getting into cosplay? For example, exercise, makeup, watching movies, or something similar?
Definitely watch all the movies that the character is in.
Yeah, and like
do research on how you're gonna be portraying the character as you're cosplaying.
Exactly, and like some people don't really get into characters much, and I think that's fine. I mean, some people just aren't comfortable with
acting.
It. Yeah, especially like staying in character the whole time. I think is something I don't do. I don't. But for poses, I think it really creates like pretty good memories if you look up what poses you're doing. And I actually forget to do this all the time. So sometimes like right before a convention, I'll be like, oh crap. How does she pose again?
How do they stand?
Yes, we take a lot of like test photos or look in the mirror and just try to make something that looks like the character. Because then later when people are like, wow, that really looks like the character, a lot of it is like how you posed or what face
your mannerisms.
Yeah, like which one do you think was the most difficult for you to like do face wise or like pose wise?
Melina.
Yeah, that one was. I think since I played so much Mortal Kombat growing up, we did a Mortal Kombat 2 Kitana and Melina. I remembered a lot of her poses, but it is difficult when you're wearing something like very, revealing. It's kind of hard to know like which way your legs should go or what looks like the character. Like, is your wig in front of your face? So I think one of the characters that I think that I kind of failed at was doing Cersei from Game of Thrones, because even though I related to her and I like her as a character, I know that's not very popular, but I just could not replicate her face. I think I'm just...
that smirk.
Yeah, it just wasn't... I kept smiling. I looked too nice. I think somebody like once said I would do a better... gosh, what was her name? The one that married Rob. She was Talisa in the show, but Jane in the book. Yeah, like I don't know. It was coming off a little too warm. I tried, but I don't think I practiced that one enough. But in terms of exercise and things like that, it really depends on your goals, because I think cosplay is a great way to encourage yourself to exercise, because it gives you a goal besides you just want to look good for just something else. But in terms of like, at a convention, people are taking really high def photos of you sometimes, and it can be difficult if you're wearing something, skimpy. Like later you're like, oh man, like maybe I should work out. But I think that it's really not necessary, because there's so many people who have different body shapes and different types, and they cosplay the characters that they want to cosplay, and they have a huge fan base, and it's not really something that's necessary. I just know like a lot of guys like to get really buff for certain characters, and I think that that's pretty interesting for some people who really want to see like a cool DBZ cosplay or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and if you need guidance, I would say to, go to a gym and have a personal trainer. But I think that there's so many videos online that you can just follow that are really easy, and there's no need to like, make a whole big deal out of it and spend a lot of money at the gym. It's just, take it easy, I think.
As long as you're happy.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
Yes. In terms of makeup?
Practice.
Yes. Because it's... later I look at something and I'm like, oh, like I could have done that way differently. But I think that's something that is helpful, is there's so many people who've probably done something really similar. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos and...
tutorials, yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which one. Like, when I did the witch from Left 4 Dead, I did watch a lot of tutorials about how people did the makeup and the hair and how they painted the body, how they did the witch fingers. Like, I just think that if you just look for stuff and try to learn a little bit more about it before you just spend a bunch of money on makeup that you think might work, I think that's a lot more helpful.
Yeah. And doing the bloody makeup for Zoe,
yeah,
too.
She did
Lots
a
of
pretty good
practice.
job with that. Yes.
Bruises and...
Bruises
takes time. Yeah.